escape mechanism.
And here we go, game one of Team Philippines. And for the first time ever on the stage, Team Cambodia as well. How will they fare against the top seed of Group A so far?
Well, both of the junglers, they're going to be starting up at the northwestern part of the map and eventually make their way down to the bottom east. Bottom east? Southeast, which is going to be the XP lane. So, with that all said and done, that means that we're generally going to be looking at the... we're definitely going to be looking at the Akai that will be a little bit slower to reach the Little Wanderer. Well, Team Cambodia, they definitely can clear wave a lot faster though.
Yeah, they do have that rotational speed coming through, and with that orange buff being that first target of choice here now, Nepomuceno will be in that scene here, but using that guy to get out and get it with that retribution as well. Clean, decisive win coming out from side Team Philippines, and these kind of small wins, they add up here. But Vinuya going head-to-head against Mengkong here, and he will have the ability to have that shot residue, but this becomes a huge skill matchup here.
EXP lane is massively skill-based matchup, so we'll see how that is eventually going to work out for Team Cambodia, because this is a Paquito after all. A Paquito does have a lot of mobility that is able to escape from your Dragon's Tail. So you don't really have a lot of utilities that is able to ensure your Dragon Tail connects, and in the meantime there is also those jabs that gives him shield, which makes things not as painful for him.
Yeah, Team Philippines right now still controlling the pace of the game towards that bottom of that side of the map where the turtle is going to spawn. You can see the early rotations coming through from the side of De La Cruz, trying to force out the rotations from that mid laner as well. Now that mid lane clear will eventually come through, and the turtle has spawned up. Heavy spin now available for Nepomuceno. Here, Shield Unity already popped.
Not exactly at level 5 as of yet, but at least between him as well as the Baxia, there's not a lot of difference in terms of XP. But here we go, Dragon Form
has been popped so far. Petrify will be available for this fight, but heavy spin with that Mystic Gush. De La Cruz will get that turtle for now. Now Team Philippines, they does come true with eSports in the backline. First blood being picked up from the side of the Kai, and Team Philippines, they will take the first victory.
Fast rotations coming from Diana, immediately making his way down to the bottom lane and being able to get a pretty good assistance. Although no assist, no kill, but look at that, just how aggressive they can be with De La Cruz just being in the forefront.
Yeah, that damage coming through, that damage buff from the Matilda, if you are winning, right? Currently at this stage of the game, Matilda is going to deal insane amounts of damage. You saw it coming out from the side of that circling eagle, combined together with Nepomuceno. And now for the side of Team Philippines, well,
masterful. That was absolutely masterful coming in from the Paquito. This is a situation when you kind of give the Paquito over to the side of Vinuya, right? Because a Yuzhong generally have got a lot more priority in the lane because of the fact that he's got good damage, he's got good range, and he's got lifesteal technically speaking because of the Shard residue. However, if you are really good at Paquito, you will naturally be able to use your dashes to get away from the Dragon Tail, number one, and you will be able to use your jabs to ensure that you don't lose any health, and the only thing that you lose is going to be shields. And throughout this entire time, Vinuya hardly lost any form of HP at all.
Yeah, at this point, Team Cambodia still 2,000 gold behind, 4 minutes into the game here. Team Philippines, you know them as a very strong macro team as well. You sometimes don't even feel you're losing, but right now, they're 2,000 gold behind already. Team Philippines just working the map, getting that shield value on that mid, and also the proxies on the bottom as well.
This is something that only Team Philippines could do. I mean, I wouldn't say only, but they'll definitely be able to do that. The proxy and ensuring that, you know, this Yuzhong is not going to have a great time as well. I don't think that even for Team Philippines, they can kill the Yuzhong that easily, but at least we'll be able to kind of keep him in check.
And Team Cambodia, right now, they wanted to find that top lane re-engage, and that was a good force coming out from the side of Team Philippines, forcing out the flicker from the side of Pavin as well. Now, with this second turtle being up as well, Chandavan now up in that scene. Nepomuceno will have that heavy spin, and this second turtle taken.
let's also remember about the quality of retribution. Nepomuceno is currently at level 8 versus the fact that the Baxia, oh, hold a second.
What a reaction speed coming through from side of Vinuya as he reacts just in time, and that flicker will not find that fatal links combination. Nothing connects coming out from the side of Team Cambodia, and real manipulation not enough. Nepomuceno eventually taken down with the help of the Black Dragon form here, and that's just Team Cambodia responding. But Vinuya, man, the moves coming out so far, and now with that turtle being up for the taking, having that circling eagle taking out Baxia, it's dealing so much damage. There's no retribution on either side, but with that blazing duet, Claude eventually gets it for Team Cambodia, and Team Philippines, for the first time, they will be on a slightly even ground.
Very close fight between the two of the team, but however, mid lane is not over.
Xamen's forced together with the Mystic Gush, and now they don't have that fatal links, no flicker available. Team Philippines, they know their timings perfectly as they push onwards with the timing.
And just like that, Team Philippines, they still have got themselves a pretty good lead on top of Team Cambodia with a total of 2.6 thousand gold lead. And the gold is pretty well distributed to the entire team here, with the most amount of gold lead going over to the hands of that Harry, about 800 gold lead, followed by, for some reason, we do have Matilda that is having pretty good gold on top as well. But you guys pretty much get the idea. Very well distribution coming in from the entirety of Team Philippines. This ought to allow them to have a very good movement going forward.
Yeah, this is De La Cruz just being able to be in that front line consistently, right? And now with that Mystic Gush, Vinuya, well, lane priority, we don't care about that. We have a Mystic Gush and Vinuya's boxing. And now with that, Chandavan, he is in a slightly bit of trouble. This turret is going to go down. He will have the Shi Unity to get out. There is no Mystic Gush, but the stun control coming through from the side of Team Philippines and keeping him there. Team Philippines are doing such a great job on the EXP lane. They do fall in that mid lane as well, but this is the segmented team fight that comes through. Now Xamen Sports is there. They're not letting up the pressure. Viana not able to find a single pressure, as now he is able to get out, but that's just a bit more breathing space for Team Philippines. They're not gonna let them breathe at all. Mystic Gush is still there, and they just want the turret. They just want the turret.
All the way down to the bottom lane, it was just sheer confidence coming in from Chandavan, hoping that he will be able to do a little bit of something down to the bottom lane. However, the turret still went down. He was not able to clear it fast enough. And such, what Papico as well as Ivinia did, they just focused down onto the turret. They don't even bother getting a kill or a hit down on the Chandavan, so they do not get the enmity of the turret. And shortly after that, with the amount of control that they have, they will bring him down. And of course, from that point on, they were just styling onto the middle lane.
Yeah, the turtle does go the way of Team Cambodia, and with that heavy spin being used already, circling eagle used to disengage. They know they don't have that Xamen's Force for now, and a clean disengage coming out so far. Fatal links coming out from the Day side onto the De La Cruz, and Team Cambodia, they respond back, but the macro damage has been done.
Well, there we go. At least when it comes down to Team Cambodia, they managed to get a little bit of a small victory on top of Team Philippines. They have managed to get themselves 2 total turtles, which is a huge win in my honest opinion, trying to balance out, of course, get a good amount of distribution. But hold on a second, Mystic Gush and RWM.
RWM used to just disrupt that Mystic Gush. Papico has that flicker just to get away. Now Nepomuceno will have that heavy spin available if you want to commit it. Vinuya forces out that flicker coming out from the side of Odom as well. Won't have it for that flicker into the fatal links.
With all of the tier 1 turrets in the top, middle, and bottom lane already destroyed, Team Philippines have got a really good reign and control in the opponent's jungle. At this point in time, Cambodia, they are definitely choking out quite a bit, and they will have a lot of difficulty trying to go for any form of farm, as a matter of fact. But looks like Team Cambodia, they're not gonna be sitting idly and waiting for something to be delivered to them. They will want to take things to their own hands, especially since they still do have got a relatively good fighting chance. Some of these heroes that they have, such as the Yves as well as the Yu Zhong, they still do very decent amount of damage. And when it comes down to utility, coming from the RWM as well as the Fatal Links, you do have got catch potential.
Yeah, Shu Unity in that back line onto Pavico. This is a great engage coming in from Team Cambodia. That Mystic Gush won't be available. Vinuya has to get out. They don't have a front line available, and he is able to disengage so far. Now, Team Philippines, they need to get a clean disengage. Now, Team Cambodia, they get that breathing space so far, but now the Lord is coming back up. De La Cruz still has that vision available.
Team Philippines, they do have a slight priority over the Lord. But right now, the main thing is they do have De La Cruz that does have a little bit of that information gathering coming in to know where Cambodia is. Well, in the meantime, the Chill Unity coming in from Chanavan, he crashes down on the Paquito, but that's pretty much all.
Yeah,
Second Eagle
has been spotted out. He does have the Fatal Links, not going to pop in now. Knows that he does not have the flicker. It's 2 seconds from being popped up. Team Philippines make full use of the timing, gets that top lane priority going their way. Preparation coming in for this Lord.
Better Spell economy is undoubtedly going to go over to the hands of Team Philippines for now. Almost every single one of them have got their Battle Spell, inclusive of Viana and De La Cruz, which is very importantly, they have their Purify. Widia does not have that, but that is completely fine, because they did manage to take one out of Chamakara, which is playing as a Eve.
Fatal Links pops through, not on the key target there. Mistake coming in from side Team Cambodia and a punish from Team Philippines. They will not be able to fight for this Lord. And Fabin, he's coming down with that Blazing Duet, but without the Roamer, without that huge Fatal Links, it's going to be a mistake from Team Cambodia to go in. Chill Unity with a Blazing Duet does not connect on anything. And in the back line, here's eSports and Vinuya just coming through. Magic and boxing as the Black Dragon has to run away. That's Petrify is not enough.
Impeccable position coming in from Vinuya. Just a grand foresight knowing that BMI is going to appear, or rather, the Claude will go back to his BMI no matter what, because he overextended already. So the only place to go is back to his BMI. Well, Vinuya waited patiently at that moment in time, but who knew that not only is he going to catch a Claude, but he caught a free heave on top as well.
I would say that is a huge mistake coming out, and now with the heavy spin catching onto Chanavan, there is no retribution, and Team Cambodia, they completely have to give up the Lord for the second time in a row. This was a first mistake going it for the first time, right? Chanavan was not there. They did not have the Fatal Links. Odom was being taken out early. They were fighting this 4v5, 10 seconds away from Odom, and that Zayman's Force, well, it's just gonna wreak havoc.
It is such a difficult fight for Team Cambodia. They really did their very best to see what they could eventually do in the team fight. However, they were very pressured to make a move. They really want to make a play. And Team Cambodia, at least, they believe that they have the power spike. They have something that they can do.
Now all 5 members gathered onto Vinuya. Finally a shutdown from side of Team Cambodia here as they respond towards that Lord pressure. But that means that they won't have the capability to jump in with a Chill Unity once again for the next few seconds. But they will have the Fatal Links with a flicker available. Right now they already lost that inhibitor turret on that top lane. And Team Philippines playing it safe know that they don't have that backline penetration.
The rest of the members coming from Team Philippines now slowly expand themselves out. Oh, take a look at that!
RLWM into the Fatal Links combo. Pavico gets taken out. Zayman's Force, Viana doing what he can. 3 members already down from the side of Team Philippines. And now Team Cambodia, they answer back. They might have lost an inhibitor, but they fight back. And this is the wild card as we talk about. Team Cambodia is wild when it comes to this.
Constantly just cracking down onto these turrets. Team Philippines manages to crack open the top lane T3 turret and almost there for the middle turret as well. The Lord will of course spawn in 80 seconds, and throughout the entire fight we can even have the instant replay to really show us what happened over there. Cambodia did a very good job when it comes down to a flawless defense. In fact, I wouldn't call it flawless, but a really good defense altogether. The fact that they did not lose more than 1 inhibitor turret is already pretty darn good, despite the fact that Team Philippines, at one point in time, they had, what, 8,000 goal lead? They managed to kind of square it down a little bit to 5,000 lead. And honestly, if you ask me, they're back to the point where they originally started.
Yeah, this is the same situation that Team Myanmar were in. Now Black Dragon for being popped just to be on the defense. Your circling eagle finds its mark onto Odin. Mystic Gush still not there in time. Team Philippines, now it's your turn to disengage here, right? They have to watch out for the fatal links, but little they didn't know that that flicker is not available for the side of Team Cambodia.
As such, they are going to be grouping up once again. And definitely don't want to force things out too much over here. Especially since the Lord is going to be opening in 15 seconds. Once it spawns, that is where the priority will want to go over to the side of Team Philippines. Team Cambodia, they will want to look for an opportunity. Odom, he does have Flicker, he does have got his Fatal Links as well. But unfortunately, they are not capable or they're not equipped to be able to do a full-out team fight.
Yeah, now Team Cambodia, they know that eSports is not worth fighting into, yet they go into it anyway. This might be the human stake here as the RW is there. So Ron takes out De La Cruz. That Mystic Gush is there as Viana gets taken out from the side of Team Cambodia, but Vinuya is still there laying waste in that back line, and Famin finally puts an end to it. And this is huge for the side of Team Cambodia, and they finally fight back. Pabiko, the only one left to deal damage.
And now Pabiko, he's currently being choked down and being a little bit too greedy. Cambodia strikes back, and now they have the priority over the Lord. What a game!
We have a game on our hands here, ladies and gentlemen. It is the timing. 15 minutes have been fulfilled. 3,000 gold advantage coming in from side Team Philippines. But Cambodia, they have a Claude, and now Nepomuceno, heavy spin forced out. That's going to be huge for the next team fight as well. Team Cambodia know that they have a sliver of timing.
Yep. Luckily for them, it doesn't seem like the Nepomuceno will go down despite all of that. This fight was very much spread out, and it was actually kind of scary to see how it all turned out to be. Before that fight happened, there was just a little bit too much pandemonium going on about, and Cambodia managed to make full use of all of that confusion and hysteria in order to zone in onto the right people as they man-marked whoever that they really needed to. Odom, though, bought a lot of time. We definitely got to give it to him. And by the end of the fight, he was still alive.
Yeah, now with the fleeting time being picked up from the side of Odom as well, this Fatal Links has become just a lot more fatal as Team Cambodia, they look poised to strike here with the Lord marching down on that top side. And now, for the first time, I believe the Giants are bleeding as Team Cambodia, putting them in equal ground.
Just going to be jumping right in. Vinuya is not going to let go that fast or that easily. The top lane does have a Lord that will be marching in, while Team Cambodia, they are going to be looking for an opportunity to eventually jump in. Right now, Vinuya.
Yeah, he does have that Petrify, and is able to keep Vinuya there. Flicker is there as well, but the rest of the team is coming in, and Vinuya in a lot of trouble. Immortality has been used. He's not going to be able to get this one out here.
Wait.
And with that RWF, Fatal Links has to be used, and that is, I would say, still a win from the side of Team Cambodia, but that Fatal Link's no longer available. Team Philippines, they can look for a fight going in. Viana is online with the orange buff.
Yep, is that really a win though? They had to use the entire lot duration that just marched down from the top lane. They did not manage to take any of the other outer turrets as much as possible. They lost the Fatal Links, which would be able to do something over there. It's slowly creeping closer and closer for at least Cambodia, right? So when it comes down to the goal lead, indeed, you're right on that. Cambodia is catching up.
Yeah, and this is a lineup that they are poised to strike in that late game, right? Team Cambodia, in terms of the draft, that Claude wins out the Harif handedly in that gold lane. And the same problem that Team Philippines, well, they've been taking advantage of, that lack of a frontliner. Nepomuceno will be the only one that's able to frontline. Everyone else will fall like flies.
The game is now dead even. However, Team Philippines, they refuse to back down.
And now with that eSports being popped up as well, Viana going into safety. RWF catching him out here, and Mekong actually takes out the magic damage here. And now Team Philippines, they scramble for their lives here as Team Cambodia. They're doing it. Pabiko takes out Odom at this point. Char residue not enough onto De La Cruz. He's taking him on a walk here. And Team Cambodia, they don't have the shield unity to crash back in. They're unable to get any form of macro damage. Team Philippines might have bought themselves enough time to fight for for this Lord.
But however, do know that it was a roam for a gold lane. I'm not too sure if whether Team Philippines can even try to contest this without Viana, which is playing as the Harriet right now. Team Cambodia, they're taking their own sweet time though. I'm not too sure if whether they actually do have the opportunity or rather they have that window to do that. In the meantime, they keep beaking like, but it doesn't seem like the Tuna Unity managed to do too much. Vinuya all the way down to the bottom lane manages to clear a path in.
Forces out the recall coming in from the side of Team Cambodia. Now 2 lanes are exposed with that mid lane at a sliver of HP. Man, the cuts are adding up for the side of Team Cambodia so far. The team fight might not be going their way, but the macro stays true for Team Philippines.
That move from Vinuya single-handedly allowed Team Philippines to have a way higher chance to secure this evolved Lord. With a mega creep that eventually marches down from the bottom lane, this pretty much allows Team Philippines to play things a little bit slowly by around the Lord's Pit. This way, whenever there will be a slow push down to the bottom lane, Team Cambodia cannot go too far in because Vinuya could just push it any time.
Yeah, this is going to be a case where they need to think about the base. Circling Eagle is there. Vinuya slowly inching towards the Team Cambodia's base, and now he will call off the assault, but definitely bringing the members back.
See it now.
Favin, he's over there with the BMI placed up, but Vinuya, he continues to stand his ground.
But unfortunately, it does seem like the creep wave did appear, and that is going to halt that push down in the bottom lane, but the rest still stays the same. There is still going to be a lane priority coming in from the top and the bottom lane, and Team Cambodia, they always need to keep a valiant eye down on the bottom, if whether there's going to be a slow push oncoming, and eventually that push will always go towards the victory of Team Philippines.
Yeah, Nepomuceno able to sniff out the members of Team Cambodia, but Vinuya goes for the back door. The turret is now down. Vinuya is in no man's land, but now Team Cambodia trying to take out the Lord. Favin is already there. Nepomuceno gets the Lord on the other side. Team Philippines, they get the Lord. They get the mid turret. They force out the Winter's Crown, and Favin, he is extremely low. Flicker is being forced forward. They get out Vinuya for now. Team Cambodia, if they can win this team fight, they keep themselves in the game. Circling Eagle just to disengage here as Team Cambodia, they want more. Nepomuceno still has that capability to respond, and now Team Philippines, they respond with Viana, a shutdown, double kill, and the Lord marching down the mid lane.
All of these immortalities are constantly being popped. Great thing that we do have Favin to manage to outplay against Vinuya. However, we are already looking at 4v3. This is an impossible push for Cambodia to defend.
Yes, there is nothing they can do here, especially with the heavy spin coming out from the side of Nepomuceno. Team Philippines are going at the crystal, and they take it down. A 1